Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Running the Bases. I'm Michael Garaffa, joined by Ryan Blank and Nick Knapp. We're together in person. This is amazing. First of all, this is our first time we have been in person together doing a stream like this since we were at my house. I don't even know how long ago.
That was
a while
worst episode because it just showcased how stupid you
Okay,
were.
but it was so
It was a
fun.
great show.
It was so
But
funny.
it was so bad just because, well, for you, because you just showcased how stupid you were.
It was really funny. But before that, whenever we did shows together, we were on the MP3. We didn't see our face. You never saw us. So now in studio for the first time, you can see our face. You can see us. And I'm excited about it. This is new. This is new territory for all of us in this new journey. Before we can actually be in studio, and hopefully a few weeks, you're going to have to deal with us sitting like this, where in a few weeks we'll be able to have our actual computers set up for all of us. And you can see us all individually instead of just in one big screen. But for now, we'll make it work with what we have. But how's everyone doing? How's your summer? How did it end off? And baseball. How's your baseball life going?
Baseball has been pretty good. I mean, I'm not last in the division like some other teams.
You're in second.
We are in third.
The Indians are ahead now.
We're in third, but I mean, I don't know. It's nice not being in the bottom of the AL Central. I can't say the same for some of the rest of us, but no, summer was good. We all had our first class day together with the Mr. Legend Gary Thorne.
Iconic.
And that was awesome. So yeah, it's great to be back. I'm excited for this semester. I can't wait to be back in the studio. That's a couple floors down, but yeah, I'm excited to be back. It's great. How are we doing?
You know what? I am going to say it this way. Girls have put me in a state of depression like no other. In May, they had the best record at 16-9. They're now 52-67. Like, why? What have I done to people to deserve this? But you know what? It would feel so good if they completed the 4-game sweep of the Astros today. Because I hate the cheaters. Cheaters never win.
Yeah.
And once they get swept, I will celebrate. And hopefully it's a walk-off.
Yeah.
Winning, something the Mets don't know how to do. Okay.
I mean, none of our teams are doing 500.
We went right for the throat.
You know what? He went right for the throat. I'm going right for the throat. Okay. The Royals are in last place.
And we
in the
actually
AL
can.
Central.
We're within. We're not in boxes anymore. We can touch each other.
It is ridiculous, but good summer. Coached some baseball. I legit just took a full break from journalism besides our show. Over the break. I didn't even really write this summer just because I needed a break. I was so burned out. And I'm happy to be back. I've got a new apartment, another roommate. I've got 3 roommates, but I'm only supposed to have 2. But it is what it is. So happy to be back. I missed my boy Nick right here. I guess I missed him. But you know who I'm really missing right now?
Marco Peralta.
I am missing Marco the Alta Peralta right now, and I wish he was here. But I'm happy to be here. I'm glad to be back. And once we get into the studio shows, trust me, it's going to be electric once I hear some of the dumb takes from the kid in the Mets shirt.
So we'll do a little tribute to Marco because Marco can't be here right now. So that's us live on the air. Ryan, me,
what's up, Marco?
Nick, Marco.
We miss you so much.
We miss you so much.
You adult.
We wish you were here. We're on the air. You can watch. But he's currently interviewing someone for his own podcast right now. Like a really important person, not like us.
You see, that's the best thing about Marco.
Not
He's
like
adulting. Yeah. He's a professional now.
So we love you, Marco. But Marco is he's growing up. He's I
wish he wasn't growing up.
So do I. But I'm happy that he is because you know what? We all have to grow up eventually. And
some people just never grow up like Michael.
This is awesome.
Oh, the Angels came back?
They did. I don't want to talk about it.
The Tigers were up 9-2.
Did you see that
11-10.
Braves game last night? Where the Braves were winning 11-3 going to the 9th, and the Marlins brought the winning run to the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Sandy Leon pitched in the top of the 9th, and they still brought the winning run to the plate in the bottom of the 9th in the form of Alex Jackson, former Brave, who went on to strike out. But I was watching that. I was really hoping that the Marlins could take down the Braves for the Mets' sake, but they didn't.
The Mets season is over. And you tweeted that yourself, so I know you agree.
Yes, I do agree. The season's over. They're not making the finals.
It's okay. It's okay. None of our team making the playoffs.
Yeah, I knew that.
Other than Marco, who's going to win the World
You
Series
see-
again. Because they got Max Scherzer.
We knew right
Yeah,
away we were making
we
the
knew.
playoffs.
We knew.
We knew. We didn't have the
My
expectations.
team overachieved. I'm
No,
not
you know,
happy.
when the Royals win, it's a celebration. Like, I'm not expected to be this bad, but like, when they win, heck yeah. There's
Yeah.
celebratory drinks on me, baby. Then there's you.
like legal drinks.
Yes. No. I'm talking about soda pop. None of us are 21 yet. It's sodas and lemonades
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's what I'm
Nick, I
We don't
saw
do-
your face when
We
he
don't
said that. You were
do
like,
we don't do illegal drinks. Once we're 21, we will dip into that
Wow.
alcohol stuff. Me personally, I don't think I'll be a big drinker. But once we reach 21, that's when the alcoholic drinks will come into play.
When I turn 21, I'll give you your first drink because I know you haven't drank yet.
Yeah.
I know you're waiting though.
Yeah, when
well, so have all of us.
Yeah,
you know,
we will.
I can't wait to have my first alcoholic drink with you when I'm 21.
We'll share a great White Claw.
Yeah, it's a great White Claw, maybe a beer. I don't know. What alcohol is good? I've never had alcohol before.
All right. They have these cool things called Trulies.
Trulies. All I know is I've heard of this thing called Fireball.
You wouldn't know
It's like
that.
cinnamon.
I wouldn't. Fireball.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of
All right.
alcohol it is.
What-
That's a
what's
candy.
happening?
That's only a candy.
Oh
What is
yeah.
happening? Baseball. We're a baseball show. Ryan, what are you doing? Leave it to Ryan to get us talking about alcohol on the first show that we're first.
Oh, sir.
What?
You're inferring that I'm an alcoholic.
No, that's not what I'm
Drink
saying. I
alcohol.
said leave it to
I have
you.
never
to
had
be the one
alcohol
to
in my life.
Bring us
That's
off
what I'm
track.
saying.
So
Should we get to
Baseball.
the newly legal Mary Jane?
what? No. What are we doing?
Different time.
No, never. This is not happening.
Different time off there.
All right. I want to
Don't do drugs,
talk about.
kids. Don't do drugs.
Yes, because then you'll end up being like Ryan.
I don't do drugs, sir.
Drugs.
That is very rude. I do not do drugs. I do not need you tarnishing my reputation. Okay? I can sue you for that.
Can we talk about
My lawyer
baseball,
will be in
please?
contact.
Can we talk about baseball, please? So the White Sox and the Yankees had one of the coolest, if not the coolest, baseball games of all time last week in the Field of Dreams. They went out to Iowa, had a field, they built it, they came, and it was honestly, you guys saw all the tweets from me that it was the best
Well,
baseball
I've actually learned to
game.
mute you on Twitter. To be quite honest, when the Mets lose, I'm just like mute. When they win, mute. No matter what, you're just muted.
So every
Yeah, I was gonna
day,
say,
yeah,
so you're muted.
all
Yeah.
the time.
Once the season ends, I might unmute you. I don't know.
Okay.
Depends how annoying you get with the Mets getting everyone in free agency again.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We're not talking about that right now. Seriously, why are you're always getting us off track when we're together in person? Like when we're over Zoom, we are like
It's
great.
the atmosphere.
But you
man.
always
Just being
you
back
just-
together.
You take like we're on a path and you're just like, let's go that way. Like
Hey, when you want me to be on path, baby, I'll be on path. I don't think you want me to be on path yet.
It's the adrenaline.
it is, yeah. We're all hyped to be here. We're back in school. We had Gary Thorne was our professor this morning. I mean, it was awesome.
Hey,
We've had
for
a
the
great
people
day.
that might not know, who is Gary Thorne, Michael?
Well, Gary Thorne is a longtime Major League Baseball announcer. He's also announced other sports too, but primarily baseball. Most well known, I would say, in the beginning of the MLB 2K career, where he was the announcer for that. Obviously, most people would know about that, but he was the announcer for the Mets in the mid 2000s, and then the Orioles in the 2010s and on.
He really called you out today. That's funny.
I know he did. That was great. I was happy that he did. That's why I wore a Mets shirt. But
Yeah, he's actually trying to do it on purpose. He is going tryhard mode. He's trying to be a teacher's pet. And I can't wait to see if Gary Thorne actually ends up hating his guts. Because that is a very high possibility. Maybe he's just like, I don't like kids who like to kiss the behind. So
wow, leave it. Still, we're just so far off topic, right?
no, we're on topic about Gary Thorne.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. So
Sorry.
yes. So we had a great day with Gary. It was great morning. But yeah. So back to the Field of Dreams. Baseball in Iowa, something that had never been done before. The White Sox and the Yankees putting on just an absolute clinic. You have the early lead from the White Sox with Jose Abreu getting a first inning home run to then Aaron Judge hitting a home run that I think honestly we all expected to happen. And then to the White Sox pulling far ahead, and then to Liam Hendricks just imploding in the ninth inning, and just not even pitching well at all. He got two outs, and then lost the inning. And then for Tim Anderson in the bottom of the ninth to hit a 2-run homer to walk it off. I was just sitting there in absolute awe of what was going on because it was just special. It was so special to watch and to be a part of, and for us to live through a movie that took place in the 80s that was so popular, so famous, and now we live through actually watching a game take place.
You know, I think there's something more special to that. I think the day before Kevin Costner going back and playing catch in the intro gave me chills to that game.
I agree.
But I had to tell a funny story. So I have officially quit gambling for a long time now. So my twin brother still gambles. And he had a parlay.
He's really wearing a hat. That's crazy.
Wow.
No, my twin actually gambles. I do have a twin. This is not a made-up story.
No, I know, but
so
you're capping.
He actually does gamble. He's a horrible gambler. And he had a parlay.
Way to throw your brother under the bus, by the way.
Oh, you know what? He throws me under the bus all the time.
We don't promote sports betting.
We don't promote it. I've never promoted it.
Honestly, as soon as it becomes legal here, I'll promote it.
Then we can promote it all the
time. It is legal here. Once we turn 21, that's when I'll start to promote it.
And in September, too.
So, I had a parlay. Last leg of it was White Sox to win by 2+ runs. And he was feeling great in the ninth. Feeling great. And Stanton comes up. I'm like, Eric, he's going to hit a dinger here and give them the lead.
Okay,
I hope
but
you know
to be
that.
fair, at that point when Stanton came up, they already were only winning by 1 anyway, so it's probably wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, and I said, you're going to have a chance because he's going to hit it. And then I said, Aaron Judge is going to end this for you. Just wait. Sends it deep. Then Stanton's like, yes, I have hope. And then Zavala gets walked in the bottom of the ninth. Anderson comes up. He's like, Walker hit, then a home run. I'm like, Anderson's going to hit it right here on the first pitch. He's going to send it deep.
I knew it too.
And first pitch, he sees it go off the bat. He just falls to the floor.
Damn.
And so that's my funny story, but is it just me, or does home runs look so much better just seeing it go into the corn?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was beautiful.
Really fill the dreams.
It was, yeah.
It was awesome. And I just think that when you look at it, the MLB is going to have to do more games like
they already
this.
announced they were.
Yeah, which is awesome because these are just games that I think so many fans would go to. Even though tickets were very expensive, there's those people that will definitely dish out that money to go. And if I had the money, I would go.
Yeah.
Didn't Marco go?
No, he had someone from ESPN post a picture of his logo.
Yeah.
But the thing for me is that they announced that next year it's going to be the Reds and the Cubs. And the Cubs aren't going to be great next year. So what? Like, why, of all games that you could have put in the Field of Dreams, why that? Why not do the Subway Series or the Red Sox and Yankees or anything?
I don't think you can do Red Sox Yankees. I don't think you can take one of those games away from Fenway or Yankee just of the atmosphere.
You can't take one. You have one.
Yeah,
out of 3 games.
I don't think you can. Personally,
it's one game they play to the 25
I just think
times.
the atmosphere that those games bring to their respective stadiums, you can't take away one. I don't think either team would say yes to that. I think they would say yes if it was not that series. I think you could do that with the Subway Series. I don't think you can do that with one of the biggest rivalries in sports history.
You think they'll have games at the Sandlot?
I think they may eventually. I think that this is going to open up a door. The Field of Dreams is going to open up a door for people, the creative minds of the world, to then have all these games, Sandlot, other famous places, just making stadiums. I mean, you saw MLB The Show this year with Create a Stadium. Do a fan create a stadium every year.
Do you know what I would really
with MLB The Show?
They recreate one of the Negro League stadiums.
That would be cool too, yeah.
And they have
old
that.
Stadiums. Make the Polo Grounds. Do a game at a remake Polo Grounds. But the problem is, you can't. It's really hard to. It's so much money. Like for
it's super
one
expensive.
game, it's so much money. Unless you can do it really, really cheap, or find out
here's
a way
the
to
thing.
do it.
The
where
money
it's like
that
3 games.
generates for the towns, like the money that it made for that small city in Iowa is ridiculous. And I think the MLB is willing to do that and to dish out that money just because that game was the most watched regular season baseball game in 16 years.
Yeah.
It gives them good exposure. So I feel like the MLB is like, yeah, it costs a lot of money, but at the same time, people are going to the games. People are watching our games. So I feel like it's worth it in that sense.
Well, I feel like it's, yeah, I agree. I think it's worth the money to then do that because imagine if we have a Sandlot game.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
That would be
a
so
game
cool.
at the Sandlot would be
So
just
cool.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't remember what's the matchup next year. I know you just said it. I know
It's
it's
Reds
Cubs.
Cubs.
Okay, I couldn't remember who. I couldn't remember if it was the Reds or the Cardinals with the Cubs.
No,
But,
it's Cubs.
You know,
Red Sox.
so
Reds.
Oh, Reds.
Reds.
Cubs?
It's
I thought it was
Reds.
Red Sox.
No,
Oh,
it's
Cubs.
Reds.
now
It's
makes
Reds.
no sense.
Right, that's
you
what
know,
I said.
it's the division. Cool teams that aren't going to be competing for.
I thought it was Red Sox Cubs. I was like, damn, that's 2 historic teams.
Yeah,
but
no. If it was Red Sox Cubs, go right ahead.
I mean, look, the
the
Reds
history
are
of
really
those
old, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, but they're
Oh,
not,
but
they don't
that doesn't
have the
compare to
same
the
legacy
Cubs.
as the Red Sox.
Doesn't compare the Cubs or like the Red Sox or even the Yankees. You know,
It like obviously the first matchup made sense with the White Sox and the Yankees. The White Sox were the team that were in the movie. Of course, you're going to have the White Sox there. But to me, it makes you think: why don't you just do the White Sox every year and have them home team and whatever series they'd have that weekend, have them play there?
if they had a Chi-Town game between the Cubs and the White Sox, I think that'd be really
that
good.
too. I think
Because you bring in a team that was in the movie, and then you bring in such a historic franchise.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be. I feel like that would work.
Any type of interleague would be cool.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
they don't see that matchup.
And have the AL be the home team because we want a universal DH here.
I think it was too early for them to jump the gun and say Reds Cubs next year. Obviously, they've got to prepare for it, but you don't have to do that now. I mean, wait until you see if these teams are going to be competing, because who knows? Maybe the Reds are not going to get many players in the offseason, and then their team's just not competing at all. And then you've got 2 teams that are under 500 playing in the Field of Dreams game that no one's going to watch. Like, we all watched because it was the White Sox who are probably going to be in the World Series this year, and the Yankees who are surging, and they're the Yankees. Like, people are going to watch. But what is going to draw people to watching the second time when it's 2 teams that might not even be good? We're all going to watch the first time. It's the same thing. But what are you going to recreate the intro again? Like, they're not. It's not going to have the effect of watching everyone. You know, no one's going to watch the intro and say, "Man, this is." I mean, obviously it's going to be cool, but no one's going to look at it and get the same goosebumps we got the first time. So what's going to draw people in?
You know, I feel like just the atmosphere itself will still draw people in.
Oh yeah, of course.
I feel like it's better than
But
any
that's
Sunday
true,
night
maybe in the
baseball game,
stadium.
though.
Yeah, but is it though?
The
Like,
scenery
if
around
Shohei
it.
Ohtani's pitching on Sunday Night Baseball against the Yankees, are you more likely to watch that or the Reds and Cubs if they're on at the same time, or the Reds and
Personally-
Cubs on the field?
Personally, I'm a big history guy. I love the movie stuff, so I'm gonna watch the game at the Field of Dreams field. 100%.
It has to be. They have to make it more compelling than your home team. Like, if it's not more exciting to me to watch than the Mets, I'm not going to watch it. To me, I think the opportunity would have been get the Angels there, have Shohei Ohtani competing there. He's
White
going
Sox
to
Angels
bring
would have
in,
been really good.
right, but
White
even
Sox
anything
Angels.
you could have put
Anyone
Blue Jays there
Angels.
with the Angels. Like, you could have done anything. The Yankees and Angels play each other once a year. Put them there. Like, people will
Imagine
watch.
Vladdy
That's
and
what I was thinking.
Shohei there.
Right.
We'd have a mini home run derby between the two.
And we know the Blue Jays are going to be a much better team next year, too. And we assume the Angels are probably going to improve as well around Shohei. And Mike Trout will be back. To me, it's just a missed opportunity. That's just me. I think that they really blew it.
I agree. They should have waited.
They should have waited.
They should have waited. But here's the thing. There's so many better matchups than a team that is full on rebuilding.
Yeah.
And then the Reds team that's consistently going to compete for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
I kind of get why the Cubs are there just because of the history, but
But at least pick a better
At least pick a
team to
better
play
team,
them.
yeah.
I mean, the Cubs, let's look at, because you've also got to keep in mind time of the year. You've got to do it. They're doing it in the end of August. So we'll take a look at the Cubs schedule because we'll kind of focus this around the Cubs. Looking at the Cubs for next summer in August, it doesn't have to be a home or road game. I would say preferably a home game. They play the Brewers and Cardinals in the end of August.
Yeah.
They play the Brewers the week after the Field of Dreams game and the Cardinals that week too. Why not just play the Cardinals or the Brewers the week later? The Brewers very well could end up in the World Series this year if they, magically beat the Dodgers. So you could have
keyword magically.
Yeah, magically.
Yeah.
But still, they're going to probably be I would say the Dodgers are probably going to meet them in the NLCS. So you've got a real opportunity here to they play the Brewers and the Cardinals within the same time. Do that. Take advantage. Who cares if it's a couple weeks later? People, I know they're trying to mix it around school, but then maybe move it to July. It's the stadium's there. You don't have to build it. You don't have to build it for a deadline. To me, it just seems like it's unnecessary. I feel like they missed the boat on having the second time. Look, the second time is going to be incredible. We're all going to watch. I think they really missed the boat on the second time being just as good. Because no matter what you do, when you do something the first time, it's going to get its peak views, and it's going to automatically drop. But now it's going to probably drop a lot. And I just feel like it's not a good opportunity for them to do that. But that's Field of Dreams talk. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is something I spoke about with Ryan before the show that you weren't here for, Nick. So I'm intrigued to hear what you have to say about it. Ryan,
Michael's ridiculous. That's how I'm going to preview it. He is acting ridiculous.
Okay, no, I'm really not. We were previewing the MVP for this year.
Yeah.
And the race between Shohei Ohtani and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And actually, Nick, I think you're gonna understand me at least more than
No, I think I already know what you're gonna say.
No, yeah.
Oh, my bad. I moved the computer. Hold on one sec.
That's okay. It's not like we're showing you. I
still wanna be
personally
right.
feel right now that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. barely deserves the MVP more than Shohei Ohtani.
Oh,
My main reason why is because I was just talking about it with one of our classmates before on Twitter, that if you do this and give it to Shohei Ohtani, let's be honest, Shohei Ohtani is not having the best offensive season out of everyone in the AL.
He's 40 home runs.
Right, but Vladdy's right
he
there
has the
behind
third
him.
most RBIs as well.
But still, Vladdy is leading in every category except for home runs, and even at that,
And
he's
batting
second.
average.
But
Vladdy's not first in RBIs either.
I'm saying
Devers is.
he's ahead of Shohei in all
Okay.
these categories.
Except for home runs, yeah.
Right, except for home runs.
Okay.
And Ohtani's having a great year pitching-wise, but he's not having the best. So I think we can agree that Shohei Ohtani is not having the best season as a pitcher or the best season for a hitter either.
We also have to
judging
realize
this-
Shohei Ohtani has less plate appearances than Vladimir Guerrero Jr. You have to realize that as well. So I'm just going to say
Yeah, but still, we would be giving him the MVP based on being great in both pitching and hitting, but not being the best at either, which then sets up a really dangerous precedent
the
going
best at
forward.
showcasing power, people. Just
But-
want to put that out there.
Okay, but Vladdy's showcase power is just as impressive. To me, you're setting up a really dangerous precedent going forward that if anyone ever in the course of history has a great season pitching and a great season hitting, but not the best at either, that they're going to automatically win the MVP regardless of what everyone else
See, nobody's
does.
going to be able to do what Shohei Ohtani does.
Okay, well, maybe they do. How do we know that? Shohei Ohtani's opening the door for these people. I mean, look
So you're
at
telling me there's going to be a plethora of players that can throw 100, then
No.
hit a ball 100 miles per hour.
No, but maybe there's another one. And look, I'm not discrediting what Shohei Ohtani does. It's phenomenal what he's doing, and I completely agree that he deserves to win the MVP. But if he does that, and let's say he puts up the exact same season next year, and someone else excels a lot more than he does in the hitting category, we then just automatically have to give Shohei because he's great at hitting and pitching, but not necessarily the best. And I think that's setting up a really dangerous precedent going forward that we could then be giving out Shohei Ohtani the MVP for the next 10 years when other people who focus their career on hitting then are better at hitting than he is and don't get to win.
That's what makes Shohei so much more impressive, is because he has to work on being dominant at both, and that's what he's proved. I think that Shohei Ohtani should be in the talk for AL Cy Young. Not get it, but be in the talk. He has the third best ERA in the American League.
How many starts does he have to compare to the rest of the people though?
We'll get back to him more.
I'll look that up.
Here's my thing is I think it's all just saying recency bias doesn't sound correct, but to me that's just what it is, just because we haven't seen a player like Shohei before, obviously, and that's this type of caliber. And my thing is for the MVP, I would give to Shohei right now, but it is close, and I feel like no one's still talking about Vlad. The beginning of the season was all Vlad, and then now Shohei came out of nowhere kind of and just taking the league by storm. I still think Vlad has a very good chance of winning the MVP award, but my thing is he has to drastically improve in the batting average category. I think he's perfect in home runs and RBIs right now, but I think he sits third in the American League in terms of average. I know Shohei's isn't good at 260 right now, or two.
I mean, he's hitting 313. For a guy like Guerrero to be hitting 313,
I understand.
That's really impressive.
I understand.
But Shohei's also hitting 270. It's not like he's in the 250s.
And my thing is, if Guerrero wins the Triple Crown, undoubtedly giving the MVP.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the Triple Crown.
Okay, that's a different topic, though.
I understand it, but he's not far off. He's about 12 batting points, so 12
Yeah.
batting point averages away, 5 home runs away, 1 RBI away. He's the clear-cut favorite to win the.
Wow, you did that all from memory. You were 100% Red Bull stats. I'm very impressed.
I'm just saying that as everyone right now, he's the closest one to in Triple Crown, which should mean something.
Yeah.
But Shohei's MVP run was just all cemented for me, like the other night when he played the Tigers. 8 scoreless innings, 4 hits, I think 8 strikeouts, and then he launches his 40th home run of the year into Comerica's stands.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't get more valuable than that. You put your team in the position to win by not allowing any runs on the board, and then you end up. It's kind of like when Madison Bumgarner hits his opening day home run.
Mm-hmm.
Like he prevented the other team from not scoring any runs, and he gave the offense the jolt. Shohei's doing it on a consistent basis, day in and day out. It's hard to argue not him for the MVP, but as of right now, I think you have to give it to him. And I do think, but if the batting average does dip to like the 260s, 265s, then Vlad's right back in there. But
well, Shohei had a 261 average last week, which is really what to me sparked the thought in my mind where Vladdy's been doing this all year, and I did look it up. Ohtani's pitched 66 less innings than Wheeler, who leads.
That's
baseball.
why the ERA's
right.
That's why the ERA.
So I posed the question on Twitter: if Shohei Ohtani for the rest of the season stays around the same pace he's at with him, maybe ends in the high 260s, but he blows up pitching wise and gets his ERA up to 3, does he still win the MVP?
No, but it's not going to happen.
But what if it does?
If it does happen, then yeah, then what else depends on what Vlad's doing too.
Right.
If
Vlad
Vlad
goes
goes
down,
down,
the reason why Vlad falls off. He's to me been so.
Right, but you can say,
yes, it's what if.
You can say the same thing about Shohei in his
right,
pitching.
of course. I think Guerrero is doing something that he likely will never do in his career.
I disagree.
Again. I mean, he may, but he's having a career year for a guy that is the story for him is so special. Give him the co-MVP, honestly. Give him a co-MVP because you can do that. Obviously, it all depends on the votes, and that's so random. But I personally would vote for Vladdy to win the MVP right now because I'm just. If we then have a season next year where Shohei Ohtani has a 3.3 ERA and hits 45 home runs, he's going to win the MVP no matter what.
No, that's not the case. I disagree in that situation because the thing that helps Shohei is that he has a sub 2.8 ERA.
Well, yeah.
If he has a above probably a 3.1, I don't think he has MVP. That's the thing. He has to be at a certain ERA. If he has a 3.3 ERA right now, no, he doesn't get MVP.
It's just it's a really slippery slope that it then, like I said, it opens the door and sets a really bad precedent.
See, I don't think it sets a bad precedent because, yeah, he might be opening the door. I don't think you're ever going to see a player that can do what Shohei Ohtani consistently does on a regular basis or maybe even ever again, to be quite honest.
You're not wrong.
I don't think it's a bad precedent at all because he's literally embodying the word most valuable. He's doing both things that are required to win a baseball game at the same time on some nights that some players just can't do.
And without the best player in baseball, with Mike Trout, the team's still at 500.
He's in the lineup all 7 days, and he's pitching 1 out of every 5 days.
Yeah.
It really does, and he's performing at a high level in both. It doesn't get more valuable than that. If he's hitting in the 300s, it's not even close. He's the MVP.
Yeah.
If he has a sub 2 ERA, it's not even close. He's the MVP.
Oh yeah.
He's close. It's really close to be a lot.
Here's the thing. By the end of the season, I think Shohei will get his batting average up to near 280.
That's a far stretch, though. He's got to be.
In the past week, though, you saw him taking up 8.
Yeah, but I mean,
9 points.
After the All-Star break, he was really struggling. So one little slump can prevent him from that, and one little hot streak can bring him up to that.
But here's the thing: the same thing can happen with Vladdy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like we can't discount Shohei and having a slippery slope the rest of the season, and just say that Vladdy won't.
Right.
Both guys have the ability and have probably the same likelihood to do it.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
That's something we have to look at as well.
I think it comes down to what we see oftentimes in the Cy Young race, and especially what we're probably going to see this year, that it's going to come down to who was the best last month of the season. And it's going to be a real opportunity for both of them. But I actually think Vladdy's going to probably get the little bit of an edge because he's fighting for a postseason spot where Ohtani's not.
Baseball records, it really doesn't.
Well,
matter.
I'm saying in terms of mentally for them, how they perform.
Okay.
Where I think Vladdy's going to perform a little bit better because he knows what's at stake, and he's going to be in a postseason race where Ohtani's just out there doing what he does every day. Now, that can put more pressure on Vladdy, makes him fall, or Ohtani plays well because he doesn't need to worry about it. But to me, I think it's going to be...
I don't think Shohei feels any pressure to do anything. He just goes out and does it.
Yeah.
Right now, he's the most talked about player in the game right now. If anything, he has more confidence than the others.
Yeah. All the confidence he has will lead him at the end of the season of anyone thinking there's a chance that he's not MVP.
He was really starting pitching the All-Star game.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's crazy what he's doing. And again, I'm not discounting or discrediting anything that Shohei Ohtani's doing. I personally believe that with what he's done this year, he deserves the MVP. I'm just afraid of what it'll lead to in the future.
Here's the thing.
You guys see that Freddie Peralta's in the team right now?
I did not.
No, I did not.
Wasn't he supposed to pitch today?
That's what I'm saying. Freddie
Or no,
Peralta.
it was yesterday.
Freddie Peralta was just placed in the 10-day IL according to Ken Rosenthal.
Wow, that's rough. I didn't even see that.
That's rough. But here's the thing. You're saying this opens the door for more players. Most players, they can't do that consistently. They can't just go out there, dominate, and throw 8 innings like Shohei did yesterday, and then also be able to hit a homer. That's why you don't see players do what he's doing, because they're like, I got to focus on hitting, or I got to focus on pitching. It's one. Shohei can focus on both. I don't think you're going to see a player that has the confidence or the ability to consistently do what he does. I don't think you'll ever see it again.
I agree. I mean,
and if we do, it'll be a Walmart version of him who can't throw 100, then hit 100 and hit a ball 7 feet.
I bet people are saying the same thing on Babe Ruth.
Yeah,
and Shohei came out of nowhere.
It's true.
I feel like now with the way like social media has been going around and the way like technology is in advance, I think we'll see more players kind of be like,
They'll try.
They'll try.
They'll try, but will they get to Shohei level, in my opinion?
Who knows?
Well, Shohei
players are only getting better and better. Like we're seeing I'll take like a basketball perspective. Like we're seeing like high schoolers doing 360 windmills at 15.
Yeah, and we're seeing and you're seeing kids at the age of like 14 hitting 4 different nukes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Jason Dominguez, we knew about him since he was 14.
Yes. Yeah. So you're gonna see that, but I don't think you have the type of players now like Shohei who can consistently dedicate themselves to being dominant at the plate and at pitching.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. That's wow. Great conversation. So happy that we're back in person. This is fantastic. So the next segment on the show, as we always do, will be the Power Rankings. And, well, this has been from now August 10th, the Power Rankings, through last night, which was August 18th. And we're going to do top 10 as always. But, and this is a really, really important thing to remember, the Diamondbacks are no longer the worst team in baseball. The Orioles are the worst team in Major League Baseball right now. They have lost 14 in a row. And the Diamondbacks have actually won. They almost swept the Padres. They won
3 out of 4.
And they're on the verge of sweeping the Phillies right now. So the Diamondbacks are hot. I've got them at number 29. They're leaping. They're taking massive strides.
Nice voice crack.
That was on purpose, actually, to be fair.
No. Okay. You cannot say a voice crack was on purpose.
We're not going into this.
No, I'm sorry. I don't care. I'll put this hat on you to show that that's just not how it is.
Okay, sure. Whatever makes you happy. So we'll get into the top 10. At number 10 for me, they dropped 5 spots this week from number 5 to number 10. It is the Athletics. They were great, and then they hit the White Sox, and the White Sox they just knocked them out, and it was really, really tough to see. Wow, I didn't think about that, but poor Chris Bassett in relation.
I know.
Hopefully he's doing okay. Chris Bassett was hit by a line drive in the White Sox series. But yeah, that's the poor Athletics, man. They've been struggling a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true. We don't have any order. So Ryan was okay. Nick, give you a first.
Yeah, I got the Red Sox at 10. I mean, honestly, they probably shouldn't be in a lot of people's top 10 right now, but I gotta give them the fact that they're getting Kyle Schwarber back soon.
He's back.
He's back.
Sale's back too, and they're still failing.
Sale looks okay in his first start back,
They put too much pressure on Sale, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they didn't go out and get starting pitcher, and they're like,
well,
Sale's going to be Sale.
That's
unfair to do.
The front office.
That's unfair to do to someone who's coming off of Tommy John and hasn't pitched in 2 years.
Their front office blew it. I mean, they really could have been in position to make the World Series this year, and they got an injured Kyle Schwarber in their reliever that has a 5 ERA.
Yeah,
but I also put them in my top 10. To me, they're a top 5 lineup in the game when healthy. The rotation obviously hasn't been good, and we knew coming in that pitching has always been a question mark. But we'll see what Schwarber does when he gets back. But I still expect the Red Sox to be a top 10 team.
That's right. The Red Sox are an 18. I don't have them anywhere near the top 10.
You want to know who my number 10 is?
Yeah,
Seattle.
Really, nothing that low?
Seattle's 10 for me. Seattle has put themselves right in the middle of this wild card race, and they have a chance to make it. Because here's the thing. They traded away Kendall Graveman, which caused a lot of uproar in the clubhouse, and yet they're still winning ball games. And they're, I believe, 5 or 5.5 games out of the wild card.
I don't even think they're that many. I think they're a lot closer than that.
So
let me take a look.
this team has been extremely impressive, especially for how young they are.
3.5.
They're so young, and yet they are right there.
Yeah.
For me, easy. They're definitely number 10 for me.
Okay. That's fair. And also important to mention, there are a lot of teams that are out of this top 10 that have been in there a lot over the course of the season for me. I've got the Astros, Phillies, Blue Jays, Padres, and Mets, and Red Sox all out of the top 10 teams that have all been there a lot this year and didn't get there this week and haven't been. The Phillies dropped out of the top 10, and so did the Padres in the last week. The Blue Jays, Astros, Mets, and Red Sox were all out of it last week. So that's now 6 teams out of the top 10 that have been there pretty consistently all year long, and a lot of teams have really have jumped over them. One of those teams being the Cincinnati Reds, who I have at number 9, who have been just so silently really, really great. And with the downfall of the Padres right now, the Reds are taking advantage. And honestly, to me,
I think the Reds are hurting right now, though. They don't have Jesse Winker, and they've lost 2 straight to the Cubs.
Yeah, but they're still in it. And I said it at the deadline in our deadline show. I said, keep an eye on the Reds. Do not forget about them. They are going to be a team to watch going down the stretch, and here they are. They're in that conversation.
Yeah, 9 out of the A's. I mean, the bottom half of this top 10, I feel like have been teams that have been struggling, that teams that were in the top 5 previous weeks and have lost a couple in a row. The A's are one of those teams. Obviously, they're fighting for that division with the Astros as of right now, and it looks like for them a wild card entry doesn't look like it's out of the question just because of how well the Astros have been playing lately. Well, the Astros have also been struggling as of late, but that division's up for grabs between those 2 teams. Maybe Seattle can make a late division push, but most likely it looks like they'll be in the wild card. But for me, I have the A's at 9, and they just haven't been playing good baseball as of late.
The A's got screwed because they're going against a very hot Chicago White Sox team. So
that's why be able to compete.
So that's why I have them at 9. And you know what? This team just continues to prove they lose Marcus Semien and Liam Hendricks, and look where they are.
Yeah.
And they start out poorly to start the season, and look where they are now. They're right in the fight for that division.
I love the
I got to give them credit. So I think that this Athletics team, they're going to go to the playoffs. They're going to be in the wild card, but they've got to get out of this rut that they're in. Yeah. So that's why I have them at 9, is because they weren't really too competitive in a couple of those games with the White Sox, which does raise a few red flags for me.
One guy to talk about today is Matt Olson, who would probably be winning the MVP in the season because of what Otani Guerrero doing. He won't, but he has been. Yes. Okay, no, I'm not going to talk about Salvi because Matt Olson is literally.
I think you like my segment later.
He is literally carrying the Athletics offense with what he's
Get out, ball.
this year.
Oh, that's foul.
Ryan's watching the Royals game over there.
My bad, folks.
He forgot that he can't mute himself in person. So number 8 for me, and trust me, they would be so much higher, but the teams ahead of them have been a lot more consistent. It is the Braves, and the Braves to me are going to jump a lot in the next week. It hurts me to say it, but I think the Braves are winning the NL East. They've magically been able to replace Ronald Acuna Jr. when we all thought they weren't going to be able to. Adam Duvall has been a massive pickup for them that no one else took a chance on. So I've got the Braves at 8. They were 15 last week, so they've jumped 7 spots. They have really taken control in that NL East right now. They've got I believe, 3.5 game lead in the division right now. And the Phillies and Mets are both playing very mediocre baseball. It's a time for them to take off, and it's perfect time.
Yeah, 8 for me. Michael said earlier, I have the Reds. To me, the Reds have been one of the more fun teams to watch on baseball this year. Good little betting advice. If you're betting the Reds game, I'd always put the over, just because that lineup is always putting balls in Great American Ball. What's the name of the stadium?
Great American
Crowd. But yeah, Jonathan India is looking like a runaway for Rookie of the Year in the NL. That lineup with Votto, Votto's been on a tear lately. Obviously, Winker just with the IL. That's a big,
Castellanos still.
big vote for them. Yeah, Castellanos has been amazing for them too. That lineup is just so solid, and that pitching hasn't been the best. We expected a lot better from Luis Castillo at least this year. He hasn't been very good, but the Reds have just been very quietly there, and they've just been treading water. And that NL Central between them and the Brewers has been fun to watch. They've definitely been overperforming this year. We thought the Cardinals were going to be a lot better this year, but the Reds said not so fast. We're right there.
Hey, keep an eye on the Cardinals. They're in the wild
I'll say it this way: for the Reds, this team, they're not going to win the division because they're 9.5 games back.
The Brewers won it.
The Brewers have been that good, but this team, they have been extremely impressive with that lineup. That lineup has carried them. Even when the pitching hasn't been great, they've been able to just put balls in bleachers like crazy. So what they're doing is very impressive. But at 8, I agree with Michael. I have the Braves. They've won 9 out of their last 10. And they have lost. They haven't had their star ace in Soroka. They haven't had Acuna. And yet they are winning that division somehow. And you know what? That means this team just has something in them that I did not think they had. So I have to put them at 8, and I think they're going to win the division.
Yeah, I agree with you that wow. Ryan's trying to coax the Royals into a win over here. A sweep over the Astros.
4-game sweep.
4-game sweep. They're in the bottom of the 9. So if he starts screaming, just you know why. At number 7, I've got the Mariners. And the Mariners, to me, Nick, Ryan and I can say it. We told you so. Okay.
You guys talking about the Mariners like they're in the wild card race. They're 3.5 back. The Red Sox still have a better record than that.
It doesn't matter. They're still red hot.
That does matter.
We still told you so. They've still been a lot better than we all thought they were going to be.
No, 100%.
I mean, I never thought they would be a top 15 team this year, and here they are. The team that has shed long in their infield is just fascinating. So yeah, the Mariners are my number 7.
7, I have the Braves. I mean, you guys both already have them in your rankings. They've been one of the hotter teams in baseball lately. They're really making a push for that division. And in a year where the NL East has been remarkably one of the worst divisions in baseball this year, the Braves are taking full advantage of it right now. Ryan said it earlier, when Acuna went down with that injury, we thought they were done, but we forgot they have the MVP and Freddie Freeman hit the cycle the other night. When Marcell Ozuna was released from the team, with all that happening, I thought they were definitely done for. And when Soroka was out, they've had so many obstacles this year, and there's been so many reasons to cut them out this year, and they're on the track to win the division right now, and it's crazy. Braves are number 17 right now.
Yeah. I have the Astros at 7, even though they're about to get 4 games swept, hopefully by the Royals. I still think that this team has drastically exceeded expectations that we had for them, because I didn't have them win the division this year, and yet they're consistently playing great baseball, even without Verlander. And I got to give them credit. The offense has been great. The pitching has actually been very surprising. The bullpen since the All-Star break, all the acquisitions they've made have been terrific. Yeah. So you got to give them a lot of credit for what they've done this year. So Astros, I put them at 7. They're still a top 10 team despite a little slide against Kansas City.
A little slide that you're currently in the midst of watching. Number 6, I've got the White Sox, who are still playing great baseball. They just took home a really big sweep over the Athletics. And to me, the White Sox...
Did you say 5 or 6?
6.
Okay.
The White Sox are hurt at the beginning of this week with their series against the Yankees, where they got, I believe they lost 2 out of 3. So they would have been definitely a lot higher on this list if it weren't for that. But still, they have been playing really good baseball, and they've been in this top 10 all season long. They still dropped from number 3 down to number 6, but they're going to be in that top 5 area all year long.
I definitely have this team a lot lower than you guys. You just haven't said them yet, but 6 out of the Yankees. And this entire season, it's been so laughable for them up until this past couple of weeks. Like it was so fun watching them just rot and just play terrible baseball just because they're so overhyped every year, and we say the same things every year that they're going to go to the World Series, this and that. At one point, they were 4th in their division, but now
I still think they're not going to make the playoffs, but that's just me.
I mean, they've won what?
I gotta stick to it.
9 of their past. Oh, okay.
I said it, so I can't really back off of it. But
well, yeah. With the offseason acquisitions, Gallo's slowly been easing into it. Rizzo was red hot at the start of it. They've made the right moves at the right time, and it looks like they're starting to finally get a little bit healthier by the day. And I mean, I'm not saying watch out for the Yankees. I'm just saying that they're fully healthy. They're getting healthier now, and they're playing the best baseball they have all year.
Yeah, I agree.
Excuse me. Just so everyone knows, the Royals are going to the
sorry.
Royals are going extra.
So sorry.
So, yeah, there's that. I have the Yankees at 6. What they've done since getting Gallo and Rizzo has been exceptional. Those two have just brought such a huge boost to that lineup. And, I said they need to get some left-handed bats, and they did that, and it's been impressive. But at the same time, I still can't put them top 5 yet because of pitching. They only got Andrew Heaney, and he's given up 9 home runs in 4 starts, which is very worrisome.
Oh.
It's kind of it's a Yankees record actually.
Yeah,
for the most home runs given up in his first 4 starts.
That's great.
I think it tied the Yankees record, and I just think that they didn't do enough pitching wise. So I feel like that hurts definitely.
That's right.
But what they're doing has been extremely impressive. They're now in 2nd. They control their own destiny. If they keep playing like this, they're a playoff team.
Yeah, I agree. Number 5, I've got the Rays. They are, yes, below the Yankees for me, but not by much. They are right on their tail. The Rays have been just really, I wouldn't say treading water is the right way to put it, but the Rays really, they've just been staying at the top of that division, and they haven't really been hot or cold. They're kind of just staying there.
It's pretty hot right now.
Yeah, but I mean, they're heating up, but last week and entering the week, they weren't.
They've won 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, but still, they're picking it up, and they're going to get there. But the teams ahead of them have been so much more consistent lately, and have been consistently hot lately. Where the Reds are just now starting to heat up again. So yeah, I've got them at number 5. You can do that all you want. It's okay.
5 out of the White Sox. You can kind of say since the Philly Dreams game, they've been just playing kind of mediocre baseball. But I mean, they control their own destiny by a long shot. They're 11.5 games up in their respective division. They have the biggest division lead out of any division leader right now.
Yeah.
And it's for them, they're just kind of waiting to see that magic number so when they can clinch the division. But the White Sox have always been a top team this year. They're probably favored, top 3 team favored to go to the World Series from the AL right now, and they've just been so solid. It's really exciting.
Yeah, they've been great.
Number 5, I have the Brewers. This team has just been extremely shocking this year because we didn't really expect much. The bullpen has been great. You got Corbin Burns and Brandon Woodruff who have been great. And then the offense, Willie Adames, since he was traded there,
we keep saying that.
Is incredible.
Same line.
And you know what? I said it when he got traded. He needed a fresh start. And boy, did he need it. He's been incredible. They added Eduardo Escobar at the trade deadline. This team is going to win their division, and I can't wait to see what they do because this team could definitely make a run in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, I agree. At number 4, I have the Yankees. You guys talked about them a lot before. I've got them a lot higher because of how hot they've been. They've just been, sweeping the Red Sox was just a cherry on top to put them ahead. Marco commented, he's watching, he said, Nick didn't forget a team. Well, we're not done yet. There's still
I didn't forget a team, actually.
Okay, so there's still room. There's still room, but I have faith in you. But yeah, so Yankees are my number 4.
My number 4 is the Brewers. Ryan really just talked about them. He stole the words out of my mouth with the Willie Adames signing. The Freddie Peralta Tendai will hurt them a little bit, but that rotation with Burns and Woodruff, it's dynamic, and that offense has been just so. I don't want to say it's kind of been like the Giants' offense this year, just kind of just been there when they needed to be, and they've just been a solid team. Yeah. Say it again.
Number 4, I have the White Sox. You guys mentioned it. That team is just playing great baseball. They've been beating a good Athletics team. They beat a great red hot Yankees team at the Field of Dreams game. So you gotta give them credit. It's just a matter of time until they clinch the division, and I hate it when the White Sox are good.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna happen. At number 3, I've got the Brewers. You guys have talked about them a lot. Oh boy, the D-backs are now winning 3-0 over the Phillies in the 7th. They're gonna sweep the Phillies. I'm blown away. So I've got the Brewers at 3. They have just been so great. I'm blown away by how good they are. Yes, they play in a division where they can beat up on everybody, but with the team that they have, just like the Giants, they manage to win every single week, and it just doesn't make sense. So that's the Brewers. They're my number 3.
Number 3, I have the Rays. And Michael kind of just said it. They've kind of just been that team that's been the top of the AL East all year, and no one really knows why. They
makes no sense.
The returning World Series team, we didn't think had any shot of even close to repeating, but as it stands right now, they have the most wins in the AL by like 4 games, and that's just the type of team they are. After losing a guy like Glasnow to a season-ending injury,
and Snell,
this doesn't make sense. And they traded their best reliever in Diego Castillo. I don't get it. The Rays are
traded their starting shortstop in the middle of the season.
The Rays and Giants might as well just meet up and just ask each other how they just win these games.
They're wizards. They're wizards. I don't know. We need to have a new Moneyball movie. The same concept, focusing on the Rays and what the heck they're doing, because it's amazing. It's amazing.
What they're doing is exceptional. I have them at 3 as it's incredible what they're doing. Honestly, they are consistently right there, and they're consistently winning ball games. You know what? They don't need to be hot and cold if they're consistently good and winning ball games, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, I think we can all agree on number 2 and number 1 here, but
we probably won't.
Well, what?
We probably won't agree.
I know Ryan and I agree.
Okay.
I changed it.
You changed it?
I'm changing it.
Okay, well, to me, the Dodgers are number 2. The Dodgers are the number 2 team in baseball for me, because the Giants are just amazing and keep on winning and are going to win the division. The Giants are winning the NL this year.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. I will take.
How much?
$10.
Okay.
$10. I'll put $10 on it. I'm not going to bet more than one person. I'll put $10 on it with Nick. He put his hand up first. I will. I'm putting $10 on it. The Giants are winning the division this year. I'm telling you. No, you heard it here. $10 on the Giants winning the division. I'm not putting all my money on it because obviously, the Dodgers are the Dodgers. But I'm blown away by what the Giants do. Now that I've watched the Mets play the Giants, you guys haven't seen them play. You guys haven't played the Giants this year.
No.
Watching the Mets play the Giants.
No, we haven't. And that's weird, isn't it? It's not like we're just in the AL.
Interleague. It's not your year that you play them.
You haven't seen Moneyball.
You haven't even seen Michael
I
Ball.
watched it last week, Marco. I watched it last week. I posted on my story. Clearly working.
Oh, sorry, we don't live on Snapchat like you.
Oh, wow.
It's basically us talking to Marco right now.
Yeah, we are.
What's up, Marco?
Yeah, we miss you, Marco. We're basically he's the only one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're gonna do it. I think the Giants are gonna win the division, and I've got them at number 1. It's fascinating, but yeah.
I had the same top 2 rankings as last week. And the Dodgers have they're starting to prove me right, winning their past 6 games, 9 of their past 10. I look at that roster every day and I don't see how they're losing in a 7-game series to any team.
I don't either.
Okay, so then that's the number 1 team in baseball then.
Yeah, but the Giants
Let me describe it this way. Oh, really? Because the Dodgers have won 9 out of their last 10, and the Giants have only won 8. So technically, who's hotter? If you really crunch the numbers like I did, it's the Dodgers.
The Dodgers just played the Pirates. Like they literally just played the Pirates. The Giants.
I would honestly,
Don't put the Mets in the same category as the Pirates.
I think the Mets are in the same category as the Pirates right now.
Slap you.
Do it. No. I dare you right now to do it. They're in the same category right now.
No,
that's a terrible.
That's a terrible. That is awful.
You're trolling. You're trolling.
I am trolling, Michael. That's 100% true.
Oh my god.
But here's the thing, dude. This Dodgers team was taking care of business. They were murdering the Pirates. Yesterday they were up 10-0.
Who the heck isn't going to murder the Pirates?
The Mets.
I know. That's why the Mets are winning their division this year.
The Dodgers are.
Exactly. This Dodgers team is the best team in baseball.
No.
Yes.
Who?
The Giants are better. I'm sorry.
My record, you're going by my 3 games in which Corey Seager hasn't played.
Corey Seager's been out. Bellinger's been hurt.
Under 200.
Okay, that isn't even
The Giants lineup sucks.
And that's why they're not the number 1 team in baseball.
But they win every game.
If the Dodgers had been healthy all year long, there is no way they're not winning that division.
I agree.
Corey Seager was out. Bellinger was out. Betts has been hurt throughout the season.
But the Giants are still winning with this team that's just terrible. They make it work, which is why I haven't.
And you know what? The Dodgers make it work with all the talent they have, and they're the best team in baseball.
I 1,000% see that the Giants are going to be the first wild card. But there's no doubt in my mind that the 1 seed in the NL has to be the Dodgers.
It's okay. We'll get our $10 on it. That's fine. we'll see whoever wins that. We've got so many bets in the air. Friendly bets.
The fantasy league is going. Oh, you're beating me right now, but
I haven't even touched that in a while.
I'm just murdering everyone.
I haven't even touched. Just wait till the playoffs when I start.
We have 40 on that, right?
40.
Yeah, 20 apiece. 20 apiece. But whoever comes in second, whoever loses in the championship doesn't pay anyone. So
they get the money back.
The winner gets 40, yes, and the 2 losers get have to pay 20. So basically, you and Marco are going to be paying me $40 or Nick.
This is depressing.
Because I feel like Nick's going to be a friend. So let's get to our. Oh my gosh, Madison Bumgarner just got a base hit in the D-backs.
I swear, if you walk him, Wade Davis.
All right, we have 8 minutes. We have 8 minutes to finish up. We've got our segments. You're first. You're second. Fourth.
Rapid fire season. Let's do it.
Actually,
all
I
right.
don't remember where Marco was, but still, Ryan's
Marco was third.
You're second.
All right, my team of the week catcher is going to be Luis Torrens of the Seattle Mariners. First base, Max Muncy. Second base, Ozzie Albies. Third base, Matt Chapman, who's hit 4 home runs in the past week.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't have a bat. Hit 4 home runs this week, so shut up.
I didn't say he doesn't have a bat. I said he struggled this year.
Shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Left field, Charlie Blackmon. Center field, Luis Robert. Right field, Teoscar Hernandez. DH, Nelson Cruz. Now here's my starting rotation. Tyler Gilbert. Incredible. First career start, no-hitter against a very good Padres team. Incredible. Zach Greinke, Shohei Ohtani, Jack Flaherty, and Tristan McKenzie. My bullpen, guys. No. Oh, God, I hate you, Wade Davis.
So it's not 5. It's not 5-3. No, I think
it's 4.
It's what? They scored 2?
No, they scored 1.
Oh, my God. It's terrible.
God, bases loaded still. I hate you, Wade Davis. Retire, you old man. DH, Nelson Cruz. Oh, wait, I just went through my start pitchers. My bullpen. Jonathan. Loizaga. That's how I thought it was said.
Johnny Lasagna, baby.
Loizaga, Will Smith, Mitch White of the Dodgers. 7 1/3 innings out of the bullpen yesterday.
That was incredible.
No runs and 6 Ks. Drew Steckenrider. I'm a huge Steckenrider guy. I think he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And his name.
Why do you have such a dirty mind, Nick? You were about to laugh. You think we get your head out of the
I didn't even.
And then last,
I
I have another young Dodger, DeAndre Jackson, who went 4 slow seconds.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't even understand the reference that you were trying to go for there. I
don't know what it was either, but he was giving me a look like I said something very inappropriate. I was like, what did I say? I can't even make that inappropriate.
Yes, you can.
No, I
can make
can't.
anything inappropriate.
Yes, I can. But I don't because I'm a good human. Then lastly, I have Andre Jackson, who in his MLB debut went 4 scoreless out of the bullpen. Thank you for getting Wade Davis out of the game way too late, Mike Matheny. You suck. Then my team of the week. I could not pick one team because so many teams are on fire. 5 teams. Actually, I have 4.
Say your power rankings again.
Actually, you know what? I'm going with 2 of them.
Yeah,
it's the Braves and Dodgers. Those are the 2 hottest teams in baseball right now, and they've been incredible. So yeah, that's my segment. And yeah, let's go over to Nick. Who's better than you?
I'm only doing hitters this week, just for lack of time. So we'll start off with the obviously start off the hitters. Trey Turner, I just feel like no one's been talking about how well he's been playing at the plate lately. He's really second in the NL, 319 batting average, 18 home runs, 52 RBIs. I didn't put down how many stolen bases he has, but I assume he has as many stolen bases as home runs because he's just that good.
I think he has probably more, but I'll take a look.
Sounds great. And then Brandon Crawford next, batting 300.
He has 23 stolen bases, and he currently has 18 home runs.
23 stolen bases. He's elite. Brandon Crawford has also been playing elite this year. He took a sip out of the fountain of youth in San Francisco because he's batting. He has honestly better stats all around than Trey Turner does. 300, 19 home runs, 70 RBIs. 70 RBIs for Brandon Crawford. What year is this?
Yeah, he's elite. 2012.
And then I'll go to Colorado real quick. Rafael Tapia, batting quietly hitting 288, 5 home runs, 45 RBIs. I just feel like no one talks about this guy. He's quietly just batting sub 290. And then my next guy is I don't know if he knows about him, but Salvador Perez.
Who's that?
I don't know. I think they just called him up.
Yeah, he must have been
Dad?
a Rule 5
Dad?
this year.
Dad?
274, very, very impressive. 30 home runs, 78
First in his
RBIs.
career.
Really?
First time he hit 30.
I want to say for the record, I thought he was going to win the MVP this year.
You know what? He would definitely be in the talk of showing Vladdy. We're just not going crazy.
And medals.
Yeah, of course, with medals.
It's ironic. I actually, when we did our prediction show, I keep thinking about it. I actually said that I thought there was going to be a triple crown this year in baseball, and I thought it was going to be Vladdy, and I was really, I'm shocked that it still happened.
Did you have the Royals in the wild card?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we see how that's going.
And then my last.
You also had the Mets winning the division.
No, I didn't. I had the Braves winning the division.
No, I swear you had.
You and I had the exact same NL. Remember, like everything was exactly the same.
Oh God, that makes me feel great.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
I just have one last player. In Tampa, we'll go to Brandon Lowe. I'm not a huge fan of the batting average, 236, but 29 home runs, 72 RBIs. Definitely been a catalyst in that offense, just because there's been no other offense in Tampa Bay. But Brandon Lowe's been providing it, and yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's good ones. Now I've got the top 5 moments of the week, and when I tell you this week was I tried to stick to no honorable mentions because when it's top 5 moments of the week, I want it to just be 5. And of all the weeks that I decided to do that, there were so many moments that could have been honorable mentions, like Freddie Freeman hitting for the cycle, but I can't have them in here. So we start at number 5 with Matt Chapman having one of the greatest catches of all time. I'm sure you've seen it. If you haven't, look it up. Matt Chapman catcher the other day. It was just amazing, running behind his back, leaping and swatting it to make the catch. Number 4, we have Joe Ivano getting his 2,000th hit in his career. Not many people do that, and that is a really, really special thing for Joe Ivano to get, joining the 2,000 club. And number 3, we're waiting on Mr. Miguel Cabrera, who will probably be in this list next week when he gets his 500th.
Yeah, I was there today.
At number 3, we have Corbin Burns tying an MLB record by striking out 10 in a row. He is the second player to do that this year, which was just fascinating to me. The record that had been up there for almost 60 years, and it finally got tied this year, but still no one's broken it. Then at number 2, we have Tyler Gilbert throwing a no-hitter in his first career start, the first of such fashion since 1953, when Bobo Holloman did it. Well, Tyler Gilbert no-hit the Padres. Unbelievable. I mean, he was so stellar to see him do that against an incredible Padres team, his first career start. But then at number 1, I could not have it here because of how amazing it was. The Field of Dreams. We spoke about it earlier in the show. It was special. It was amazing. And we all walked out of there with so many goosebumps and are going to look back on that game and just be so happy. So thank you guys for watching. Back in person together. This is great. I had a lot of fun. Happy to be together in person. It is something that I have been waiting for all summer. I've been stoked to be back in person. We'll be back in the studio soon, which will be great. So I'm really happy about that. So thank you for watching our very first back in person stream. And it's been great. Now we got to lean in and do the end broadcast. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you all.